Hi everyone, welcome to Ways to Wellness. I'm Shay, naturopath and owner of the Wellness Emporium, and today we have a big post, as you would have seen on social media this morning, on diet and lifestyle recommendations for PMS. So last week we talked about PMS as a whole, what it is, what causes it, and what the signs and symptoms are, and today we're delving in what you can do about it. So the foundations of, or the diet and lifestyle foundations for treating PMS are exercise, adequate amounts of protein, so 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if you weigh 60 kilograms, then you need to have a minimum of 6 grams of protein in your diet. Essential fatty acids, and also a low glycemic diet that is rich in plant-based proteins or plant-based sources as well. So let's get a little bit more specific. As you would have seen on our post today, there are 11 recommendations. So let's run through them. So the first one, as I mentioned last week, stress is a major contributor to PMS. So having number one is stress reduction is also going to be very important. It's an important part of relieving these symptoms. We recommend engaging in regular exercise, yoga, meditation. This may help to reduce some of the symptoms by doing these activities. One of my meditation apps, if I can give you any quick insight, is Insight Timer app. It has like a little singing bowl on the app picture. I absolutely love it. If you're not great with meditation, start with the 5 to 10 minute meditations daily, or even every second day. Start somewhere with it. You can do yoga online on YouTube. There's so many free yoga YouTube clips, or head to a studio close by to you. There's plenty around. Number two is avoiding caffeine and saturated fats, because these both induce inflammation and can exacerbate symptoms. So also avoiding things like sugar, because it increases urinary excretion of magnesium, and we talked about last week that magnesium is a common deficiency in PMS type symptoms. Salt is another one that we want to avoid or reduce, because it can contribute to fluid retention, and obviously dairy, because it contains an inflammatory protein. So we really want to focus on reducing inflammation in the body. While reducing, you can also be reducing red meat and ensuring both meat and poultry if you are eating red meat, which is great and fine, but you want to get your grass-fed organic sources, especially with poultry, because it is full of hormones and antibiotics, so making sure you're getting organic poultry as well. This is going to decrease those exogenous hormones and improve magnesium absorption as well. Number three is correcting nutrient deficiencies, whether it's by food or specific supplementation with your practitioner. And I'm going to talk about supplementation next week in regards to PMS. So as I mentioned in my previous post last week, things like magnesium, essential fatty acids, vitamin B6, they're all quite common deficiencies in PMS symptoms. Number four is minimizing, obviously, your intake of alcohol, because alcohol is a natural depressant. And obviously quitting smoking, as it alters the metabolism of estrogen. Alcohol does this as well because it impairs the liver, and through that liver, the liver is meant to be detoxifying estrogen. So we don't want to add alcohol in the mix there too. Eliminating foods that increase estrogen levels in the body and the liver's ability to metabolize it. These include non-organic poultry, dairy, red meat, sugar, white flour, and refined foods. Also coffee, tea, chocolate, and colas. Interestingly, that we crave chocolate, but we crave chocolate. If you're getting a good quality chocolate, like made on cacao, and it's a raw chocolate, it's so rich in magnesium. So we're craving that because often we can be deficient in that. So good quality chocolate, not refined chocolate. That's what I'm talking about, refined chocolate here. Number six is increasing intake of cruciferous vegetables, or brassica family food groups. This includes broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. This enhances glutathione activity, which is important for hormone detoxification. Number seven is eating organic, or at least spray-free, even if you can get the majority of your food as an organic or spray-free source. This is because to avoid hormone potentiating pesticides, pesticide residues. I love the farmers markets on the Gold Coast. I'm very lucky to have quite a few. I often go to your Burleigh markets on a Saturday. Otherwise, if I miss them, I tend to go to bundle markets on a Sunday. So there's plenty around. I'm sure you can find them around. Number 8 is minimizing refined foods as they deplete the body of magnesium and other essential nutrients which are needed for normal hormonal production. Number 9 is maintaining a healthy weight as obesity interferes with normal ovulatory function and disrupts the menstrual cycle. So does underweight as well, because we need body fat to make hormones. Number 10 is increase your intake of fresh fruit and vegetables due to the phytonutrients and fiber. So I suggest aiming for 3 to 5 cups of vegetables per day. That may include like 1 cup of fruit, so 2 serves of fruit per day. I would suggest opting for like your low GI fruits such as berries. Increasing your intake of fiber also assists in efficient elimination of hormones via the digestive tract and prevents them from being reabsorbed back in, because you're getting your bowels moving and eliminating those excess hormones going on. And our final one, I thought this is a great tip. So I love recommending, and it's something that if you're a patient of mine, you're probably on the flax seeds, freshly grounded flax seeds into the diet, as they are rich in fiber, but they're also rich in phytoestrogens that can help to metabolize estrogen efficiently. I always suggest working your way up to 1 to 2 tablespoons because it is fiber. It might disrupt the bowels. It might cause you a little bloating. So maybe starting with 1 teaspoon a day. I add it to smoothies. I literally just add it to coconut yogurt because it has a really delicious nutty flavor to it. But I can't stress the importance of using freshly grounded flax seeds. So not LSA mix, not already grounded flax seeds, because what they do is, whether they're in plastic or in the plastic bins in the bulk food bins in the health food store, is that they breed bacteria because it sweats. So what I mean by freshly grounded is literally freshly grounding them every time you use them is the most ideal way. Otherwise, you might want to pop them in the NutriBullet and make 3 days worth of them, store them in a glass container and pop them in the fridge, and then you can use it out of that, so you're not having to, I guess, make it every day. But you don't want to make too much of a big batch, so definitely freshly grounded is best, because we don't want to breed bacteria or bring pathogenic bacteria into our body, which then obviously will disrupt the system. So that's it for today. Join me next week for natural treatments on PMS. I look forward to seeing you then.